Today we will be testing the Eller, EMA, ATR, and MACD indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the Elder, EMA, ATR, and MACD indicator. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 602 indicators, with 249 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test all these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Alright, so today's indicator is the Elder, EMA, ATR, and MACD indicator. And you can see it here on screen. There's actually quite a bit going on with this particular indicator, but I am going to simplify it just a tad bit. So we have these dots across the top here that go from orange and red to blue and green. We're not going to use those in this particular testing style that we're looking at here. We're also not going to use the rest of the ATR bands, and so these bands here that you see on screen, I went ahead and turned those off, and I only kept, let's see, ATR 1 and minus ATR 1. Leaves this right here. So what we're looking for is when we get a cross, or when we get a arrow like right here. I know it's really kind of hard to see. You see this little green arrow right here. So what we're looking for is when we get a green arrow and or a red arrow, and price action is either above the orange oscillating line here. And so if we get a green arrow, we want price action to be above the orange line. If we get a red arrow to the downside, then we want price action to be below the purple line, the purple oscillating line there. And so and then to add a little bit more to it, if price action is above this upper stepped purple line here, so this upper ATR, then we will not take a trade. And so if price action is above this, that means that we're starting to get overextended, and we're going to ignore the green arrows. And same way on the bottom side, if price action is below this purple ATR line here, then we are going to ignore that as a trade because it is, again, overextended at that point to the downside. So I hope all that makes sense. We'll probably test this indicator a few different ways, but this is just kind of one way as tinkering around with it to see what we can get out of it. So let's go ahead and try it and see what we can get. All right, so the first signal that we get is a short signal right here. I stalled out there just for a moment. I was actually hovering over this like I did on the last one. I was just looking at the coordinates of the ATR line or the purple moving average. I am not sure if it's a moving average, but the purple oscillating line, not the ATR line. I was looking at the coordinates of that and then looking at the close of this particular candle right here. And it did close just to the downside. Yep, just barely closed below it there. And so we got that short signal, but unfortunately, almost immediately, we get a drive back to the upside, which does come up and stop us out. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so we got a few different ones going on here. Went ahead and did a few different trades. So we get a long signal right here, but we get a push to the downside right there that stops us out on that one. We then pick up another long signal right here on this one, which we get a nice little push to the upside there, which does get us to our take profit on that one. Then we pick up one more long signal right here, and unfortunately that one gets stopped out as price pushes down really heavily right there almost immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the testing. That way things don't get too long, and we'll pick this up when we're at the end of the year. Alright, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version, and you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. So we have quite a few trades within the 1 year's time. Let's go ahead and count it out and see what we get out of this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. So we have 32 trades altogether. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And so it just barely misses that 60% criteria that we were looking for. Like I said, we'll probably test this one a couple other ways, I imagine, because there is a good amount of things to this particular one. I definitely didn't test it exactly to the strategy in which I think that it was intended to test it for. Like I said, I was just playing around with it and thought maybe this might be a good way to give it a shot. And so, but yeah, so for now, it's going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.